Hi, I'm Alex, and welcome to the Weekly Weeks podcast. The podcast where I just talk about random stuff, and you might listen if you're listening right now. I apologize in advance if there's any spacing in between this, or me thinking about stuff, because I've never really made a podcast before, and this is my first time doing this. But my friends really encouraged me to do this, so I figured I'd try it out. Now, I've been telling them for months, I'm going to make a podcast. I'm going to make a podcast. And has it happened? No, it has not happened. Until now. So, today on my podcast, that's right, my podcast, I will talk about Gremlins. Gremlins, a classic Christmas horror movie that none of my friends have seen. Okay, well, not none of them, but a lot of them have not seen it. Most of them have not seen it. And let me tell you, I don't understand how they haven't seen Gremlins. Like, Gremlins is, to me, it's like a movie that, you should see in your lifetime. No one's seen it, though. I mean, people have seen it, but not a lot of people that I know have seen it. It has some really cool elements to it. It's a Christmas movie. It's a scary movie, but not super scary, but kind of scary. And it has cute little animals that are used for product placement that they can sell a lot, which they did, I'm sure. I'm guessing. I don't really know. But it's just a really cool movie. Like, there's this one scene. Spoiler alerts, by the way, because I'm basically just going to talk about the movie the whole time. But anyways, there's this really cool scene where Billy, he's the main character, his mom just fucking tosses a gremlin into a blender and blends him up, and it's really gross, but it's also kind of cool because, I don't know, it's not what you expect, but, she had to do something because he was trying to kill her, because gremlins are evil, that's a fact. And gremlins are not the same thing as what you would think. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, if you watch the movie, you have Gizmo. Gizmo is a mogwai. A mogwai creates a gremlin. It creates a gremlin if it eats junk food, it becomes a gremlin. If you add water to it, it grows and spawns more mogwai, and if they eat food past midnight, they turn into gremlins, which are evil, diabolical creatures. They're really slimy looking, and it's really gross. But it's also a really cool movie. Though they are very murderous. I don't know if murderous is a word. But they are. And I don't know, it's just interesting. I'm sure there's other Christmas movies about scary stuff like Krampus, which I didn't mind that movie. I don't think it's that bad. But others may disagree. They might say the same thing about Gremlins. But, I like Gremlins a lot. And I feel like more people should watch it, or at least my friends should watch it, because I bring it up every single time I see them. I'm so astounded that they have not seen Gremlins. And I feel like it's a movie that everyone should watch eventually, but that's my opinion. So, it's really up to you if you want to watch Gremlins or not. You do you, viewers. I mean, podcasties? That's not it. Whatever. If you're listening to this, you're probably just hearing me ramble right now, which is cool too. I don't really know what else to say about Gremlins, because honestly, I haven't seen Gremlins in a while, and I really need to go back and watch it. But you know what's cool about Gremlins? They have a second Gremlins, which I guess isn't that cool because it's not as good as the first one, but it's still interesting. It has different elements to it. I mean, they're still Gremlins, they're evil and they try to kill people. It's the same kind of thing. But it's not like Home Alone. Example, I watched Home Alone the other day with a group of my other friends, and the first Home Alone movie and the second Home Alone movie are like the same exact format, except the main character is in a different city, and that's it. And Gremlins is the same thing. It's evil, they gotta save the day, typical Gremlins movie stuff right there. But I don't know, they kind of put like this quirky thing into it, I guess. And I don't really remember the second one as much as I remember the first one. And there's only certain parts of the first one that I like distinctly remember, like the mom throwing the gremlin into the blender. There's another scene where this like evil lady who's trying to steal the main guy, Billy, that's his name, it's Billy, trying to steal Billy's dog because she's pissed off that the dog is in the bank and that the dog is alive, I think. I can't remember, honestly, but this is coming from memory. So, you'd have to watch the movie to find out. So watch the movie. That's my point, but that's not also my point. Just Gremlins, okay? So anyways, lady hates this dog, wants this dog to be donezo. Well, the Gremlins electrocute her, and one of those chairs that goes up the stairs is like, woo, the ones that sometimes people who can't move around a lot and have slow mobility, and they can't climb upstairs because they can't move their legs as much, I guess. Or maybe they just don't want to walk, or maybe they're just old. I don't know. And she gets electrocuted in one of those, which is very interesting. I mean, not interesting. It's kind of weird, but it's also Gremlins. And, they're just trying to kill people. I feel like that's their goal. Mayhem is their goal. Killing people is their goal, which is evil. That's why they're evil. I don't really know what else to say about Gremlins. I really just want my friends to watch it one day. And I hope that all of you watch it one day, because maybe this podcast will inspire you to watch it. Or maybe you won't watch it. That's okay. That's up to you. It's your life. You do what you want, But I would suggest watching Gremlins. You might hate it. You might be like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. But I highly doubt it's the worst movie I've ever seen, okay? Like, there's so many other bad movies out there. Not movies that I've seen. I've seen a lot of good movies. But I've also seen bad movies. But, you can't always think about what movies are bad and what movies are good on the top of your head. And it's all based on opinion. Your decision in what a movie is good or bad is based on your opinion. A 5-year-old might think Boss Baby's a good movie, but a 20-year-old may be like, that's some dumb stuff right there, But it's what you choose. But I would really suggest you watch Gremlins, because that'd be awesome. I wish that more people would watch it, maybe so I could talk to them about it. But really, I just want people to watch it because I'm still astounded that no one's seen Gremlins. I mean, people have seen Gremlins, but most of my friends have not seen Gremlins. And I just want them to watch it. And maybe they'll like it, maybe they don't. But that's why we're here. That's why we're talking about Gremlins. We're talking about Gremlins to inspire people to watch Gremlins. Even if you don't want to do it, I guess you don't have to. But we're here today. I mean, I'm here today to tell you about Gremlins because I want you, the listener, that's what it is. It's not a viewer, it's not a podcasty, it's a listener. Back on track. I want you, the listener, to maybe watch Gremlins one day, because that'd be cool. And maybe you could tell me your experience about it. That would be cool too. But I just wanted to say thank you for my friends for inspiring me to, make this podcast. I know it's not that long. I know it's 10, 12, 11 minutes long. I'm not finished yet, so I don't really know. But maybe they'll get longer. I'm thinking, if I continue to do this, I'll bring on some guests, some of my friends. We can talk about different stuff. It'd be cool. I have lots of ideas, and I'd like to continue to keep doing this, and hopefully I will be able to. And I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and maybe you'll watch Gremlins, maybe you won't, but I hope you will. And, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great night.